let's sum it up. Ence hasn't dropped a map since EWC. They're 5-0 in FACEIT. They have not dropped a map in FACEIT. They did not drop a map over the weekend in groups for OWCS. Hypnos has struggled, has a really tough schedule ahead of them. But 5 to 8, remember top 8 mate playoffs. I think top 5 are set. 6 to 8, I think, is anybody's game here. Get that out of there. All right, map pool for today: Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, chosen by Ence, Colosseo, and it being the pick from Hypnos, Suravasa, and Shambhala Monastery. If we need to go to maps 4 and 5, let's get into this thing. They've got DPS tank support order. Aoma did this the other day too. I really appreciate this. I can't tell y'all what a difference this makes. Thank you, Ence. Thank you, Ence. It's Hypnos taking on Ence. Lijiang Tower to kick things off.
Round 1. Capture.
Ooh, actually showing some Reaper May. Kick things off. Okay. Both sides pulling out the Reaper May. Interesting. First time I've seen this. Look, it's gonna be just bunch of May walls up trying to catch the tank. Seems to just get an early pick on one of our Ramatras. Now they're going down, but ooh, Kellex got caught on the corner inside the Vortex. Great play from Skytor. Now Vestola very low as well. And this is going to be first fight win for Hypnos. 2 early picks. There's still a little bit of cleanup to do, but with that ice block used, that is going to be a perfect first fight. No casualties from Hypnos. No grab first control. Ult about even on both sides. Hypnos, we're playing a little bit far back. They're not playing right up against the wall. They do not have their main wall, so it's just an early aggression in. Skytor gets on the backside of Kevster's wall, but Kevster's able to find XSJ in the meantime. And Matrix in the back to try to turn this fight around. Hypnos losing Captain Prash on the back of it, though, means the sound barrier not in this fight, despite that early build. Oh, that early sound barrier advantage could have been the difference maker. Good focus out of Ence to take the Lucio out of the fight. Both Blizzards online. Walking into a Blizzard through this choke can be quite difficult. Ence holding back on the objective. Try to throw the Blizzard in the White Room. Absolutely. Use the wall to keep the Skytor blocked on the other side. Vestola finds Captain Prash in the back. Was indeed caught in the Blizzard. Skytor's going to pop the Annihilation. But everybody just kind of dips out. They just nope out of there. Kai does get caught, but Vestola is able to chase down MCD in the backline. So, sustain lacking here from Hypnos. Both tanks are still up in this fight, though. And Hypnos are building percentage. Maywell doesn't do anything against Vestola. Vestola's just going to continue to run it down into the back line. Kellex finds SXJ with the sound barrier coming out here from Hypnos. Oh, Ence just wait. They wait that one out completely. Delusion. Completely shut down. Kai just stuck the shotgun in Delusion's face mid Death Blossom. Booga, thank you for the follow. All right. Be fairly even in percentage. This Delusion Swift Steps. What are you looking for? Just checking your corners? All right, I respect it. I respect it. Gonna be dueling support ults. Oh, that Matrix is way far forward. Death Blossom so far in the back. Sky just Swift Step all the way in the back too. Nice boop out of Prashy though. That'll put Sky down below. It's a 4v4 here in White Room. And Captain Prash comes up with another one. Taking Kellex out of this fight. It's going to circle around, try to cut off Ence at the pass. Vestola dangerously low, just crouching in the corner, but Hypnos did not feel like they could pursue. Wall up will force Vestola to put those hands up. Skytor trying to punish Vestola. Annihilation's gonna come out from both. That's a massive Blizzard, but XSJ gets 2 picks before Skytor gets frozen, which means they just don't have the follow-up, cannot risk pushing in. Oh, what a play out of XSJ. The perfectly timed double tap. Oh, and Captain Prash finds 2 off the side. Just secure the round. I know, right? I didn't believe it either. Reaper May in this year of our Winston, 2024.
Ready for battle.
All right. Hypnos one step closer to doing what nobody's been able to do in a month. Take a map off an Ence. It's all in your head. All right. That's enough control center. This is a little bit more of what I expect to see throughout the rest of this series. Both teams are opting for the Ana. Calyx is sticking with the Lucio here, though, where we're getting Prashy on the Brig on the other side. Vistola onto the D.Va, despite the, I mean, obviously the nerf to the defense matrix. Vistola traditionally an off-tank player from back in the day, so prefers the D.Va, probably more comfortable in the D.Va over the Winston. Nice purple is going to put Skytor back into spawn real quick. A lot of poke damage from Kai across this bridge. So it's just slow moving from Ences. They're trying to get across, but there's only one Mega to go around. Finally, Skytor's going to jump in. Does get boot back there from Calyx. Annie to Bionade. Here comes Vistola for the punish. Kai leaps around as well. I think Skytor's just doing good to get out of that one in one piece. There's a bit of a Tracer duel going on point between Delusion and Kevster. But it's really Skytor trying to find a way to get entrance past the bridge. Once again, eating another purple. Vistola now is looking for the back line. We'll find it. Takes MCD down. And Hypnos back to the drawing board. Guys almost got the Bob online. Just an indication of how much poke damage coming through. A lot of ults online, as a matter of fact. All 5 available for this defense. As they're holding on bridge, waiting the last possible moment. When Skytor makes the jump, Vistola moves on to the point, and the Bob comes in. It's going to be engaged into White Room. Skytor pulls back to peel with the bubble, protect against the Bob and the oncoming Vistola. Nano boost onto Vistola. In fact, Nano boost onto both tanks. Vistola down low has to just back out and get out of there. Prashy's going to drop the rally. So far, Hypnos have done a good job of weathering the storm. 3 ults have been invested. There's the third coming in from Hypnos. Try to see if they can win in this kind of punch battle. MCD is low. The defense matrix from the duplicate almost keeps MCD alive through Kevster's assault, but just cannot quite get it done. It was a great idea, and you got health bars very low there from Ence. Not low enough, I'm afraid. Ence just going to just close this one out in a 100-0. Send us over to guards. Send us over to Night Market. Excuse me.
Score
Coach Alcos, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
2-1.
Appreciate you being here.
Ready for battle.
I love the clever thinking. It's one of my favorite parts of this game when you get like the duplicate the D.Va out of XSJ and try to defend MCD from Kevster. It was such a strong idea. I mean, it didn't quite work out, but damn it, it was a good idea. All right. Bit of a back and forth in the silliness that was Control Center, but once we got into the Winston versus D.Va, it was a 100-0 here for Ence. No changes compositionally from either team. Once again, XSJ trying to work the Echo into the Ashe on the other side, and Echo took a little bit of a damage health nerf as well. So there you go, and feeling it. And they're not able to get out of dodge. That's an anti-nade onto Skytor. And Defense Matrix used just to prevent healing onto the Winston. MCD tries to just run past it all, but just cannot make it through. And it's going to be a first fight win going over to Ence. Get some Kevster Pop. Haven't got nearly enough Kevster Pop. Well, it's good. Oh, that was dirty. That was just dirty. Wow. Now the Winston's on fire, MCD's on fire, and Kevster comes in to clean it up. My goodness. The Kai Kevster duo strike again. I mean, there's just not much more to say. That was just outstanding to watch. That was just jaw-dropping to watch. And really, that's kind of the benefit of the Diva right now, is you can block a lot of that. Whereas you got to be a lot more judicious with a Winston bubble. A lot more. Okay, trying to work around the outside. Still, backline's in trouble. As Kevster comes in with the pulse, Vestola follows up with it, and it's a nice little convergence onto the supports of Ence, and they are not able to get out of spawn. 50% and counting on the board. Okay, we're starting to get some ults online. MCD really needs to get this nano boost up. Ence has done such a good job of punishing MCD that they're very far behind in the ultimate race at the moment. Oh, Nate in. That's a nano onto Vestola. Sky there's ready to go. Does end up getting DMAG. Has the self-destruct to get back into it. Nice placement on that. Vestola wisely just lets it go on that corner. Duplicate in from XSJ onto the Diva. As we're going to get a conversion with Skytor onto the back line, trying to hunt down Kai. But they just can't get it done. Too much damage. They can't close the gap. And now Kellix throws in a sound barrier to boot. Kai is just back here unbothered and moisturized and putting shots down lane. Delusion trying to come in. 98%. Delusion didn't even make it to the point. I thought Delusion was going to get the touch. Doesn't get it. It's close out another 100-0. We'll claim map 1. Dane, I don't know. I don't know if that was just a silliness, something that's been going around in scrims over the past 24 hours since the patch yesterday. Not exactly sure where the Reaper May came from. That is the first that we have seen it on this stream. But both teams ran out the gate with it, which leads me to believe that that's what's been scrimmed over the past 24 hours since this patch dropped. Really good to see you. Thank you for being here. Always good to see you, my friend. Oh, let's take a look at some stats there from map 1. I mean, round 1 looked pretty darn close, right? I mean, Hypnos even able to take a round, but rounds 2 and 3 were just straight 100-0s. Once we got off of that Reaper May stuff and off of the Ramatras, I think Ramatra is one of Skytor's best heroes from what I've seen with Hypnos on stream so far. Not to say that their Winston's bad. I mean, by no means. But once we got into that Winston Diva matchup, it looked like a whole different game. And Ents were pretty much flawless from there on. And rarely did we see a death from Ents in rounds 2 and 3. So, and that's just reflected here in stats. Kind of as expected. Vestola leading the server in damage here. We still waiting on lineup speed finalized. We are. I just want to make sure I didn't miss an invite. I'm so paranoid to miss the invites. I mean, yeah, I'd hear it. Y'all would hear it. We'd all hear it. But I'm still paranoid I missed it. I do find the Ana Lucio to be an interesting combo. And that's something we saw a little bit yesterday. Of course, Juno being released as well, but Juno will not be available or will not be played in FACEIT League Season 2. Juno won't be available until Season 3. Same for Clash as well. I believe same for Clash. Yeah, the lack of nano really...
Now enter.
So cutesy. You're so mindful, so cutesy. Oh, that's a good one. I've seen that one going around. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. What's the one map when you think of Overwatch? What is the first map that pops into your head? You damn right, it's King's Row. It's map pick. That's up top. Ooh, we're getting Chase in.
Ready for battle.
Oh, wow. You actually reteamed a dad joke? Nice. It hasn't always been played on that. Well, I don't feel like we've seen, I mean, Reaper May on that point recently. Anyway, let's get into King's Row. I know. Apologies for scuff chat interaction. You know, 2-minute delay. Competitive integrity and all that.
I'm in charge. Don't forget that.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right. Of course, with Chase coming in, that is a swap over to the Winston.
One. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Oh. I wanted to go to the attacker pod to see where that purple landed. Okay. Kai up on the high ground with Killix there to protect him. No surprise, we are seeing the breaker, not the Lucio. Cloud8 lands on the Sky Torp. Just kind of making him sweat a little bit. Has to use a defensive bubble and just back up around the corner. And denied early access to statue. Illusion working it off the flank, but Kai with a pick on to Keo, who's now subbed in for XSJ as well. Kevster with an early pick. Back to the front line. How do you approach Kai in that high ground backline? Illusion pushing upstairs. Skytor eating a lot of pressure. There's the nade in. The boop pushes Skytor back down. Delusion gets picked off trying to work the flank. So not able to converge in. Ence has an answer every step of the way. Kai has the answer for Delusion. Killix has the answer for Skytor. There we go. Exit picks. Hypnos back to the drawing board. Ence back to the high ground. We'll say with attacking MCD is able to hide back here and stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, not through a pulse bomb though. Where did Kevster come from? Oh, wow. As Kevster's gonna find a 3-piece. That was a cool little sequence. I loved till we caught that from MCD's POV, just because it was crazy how Kevster just seemed to appear out of nowhere. I mean, MCD had sidelines, you know, up main, but Kevster drops in from above to land that stick. That was cool. Now it's gonna move in with the volley of headshots to finish off Prashi and Chase with the nano boost to back him up. Gets that kill on the MCD, and it's another fight win for the defense. Ult start to come online. City has a nano. See how they want to try to use this to engage. Skytor's managed to work in the house. And here comes Ence the other direction. And the dive onto Captain Prash is good. Chase lands the ult fire to take MCD out of the fight as well. Ence are winning the battle on both fronts.
60 seconds remaining.
Lucian is still hiding in the back. I think Ence knew they were there for a moment. We saw them trying to pursue there a little while back. Kind of left them in the back. Once again, just going to be a dive into the back line. Finally, the peel is successful. As Bob was able to deny the timing, and Skytor this time wisely doesn't go in. Kind of fakes going in and then is able to peel. Gets slept mid-primal rage, unfortunately. Whoop! That's what, Monkey is still very angry. Rally thrown in from Prash on the point. And we've got at least one tick of permanent progress picked up. Rally in. Chase has returned to the fight. Guy putting in shots from the outside. Finds that kill on Keo. And 2 ticks picked up. That's all that Hypnos are going to get on this one. Oh, the exit sleep onto Skytor. Oh, no. And that will just prevent any kind of last-second contest. That is going to do it. Not a pure full hole, but a full hole nevertheless.
Score 0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
All right, J9. My favorite dad joke. What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? A tire. That one's for you, J924. Hope you enjoyed it. Hypnos now with the unenviable task of having to put up the fuller hold against Ence. Brashy giving Kevster a wave.
5, 4, 3,
Perhaps Sky.
1.
Yep, give it Sky a wave up here.
Defend objective A.
Yep, waiting for it. Knows Keo is hiding down at the bottom of those stairs. Chase going in on a Roadhog. Okay. Woo. And Keo finds themselves on the low ground. So Chase just like slowly lumbering their way up to the high ground here with a Roadhog. Meanwhile, Skytor is pushing in on the back line. Kai does eventually get Keo. Skytor's going to get slept and completely pushed off. No success. Trying to find penetration into that back line. Chase has moved on to the objective. There's no one to contest here so far. One tick picked up. Oh, no. And we're going to get the pedal to block Skytor in. Oh, they eventually break it. They're going to jump across. Okay, at least they don't see nine. Chase eats a Bionade. So does Skytor. Kai's able to find that kill. A little bit of a duel inside the house. Chase gets a kill with the Roadhog, and that's going to be map 2. Instinct King Row in hilarious fashion. That's 2 up.
Play.
Oh, Kevster, play the game. Love it. Just snuck in. Snuck in right around. He came through front and just snuck in around. There you go. There you have it. A full hold and one and done on point A. Doesn't get much more dominant than that. We'll take a look at some stats just to see what the numbers say, but we all kind of know what to expect from this. Only 2 kills in total. Kai went down once and Chase went down once. And that was it. That was it. That was the only 2 deaths from either attack or defense. When did Kai go down? I remember, I think Chase went down. I mean, Chase went down on one on the Hypnos attack, where Chase went in and Skytor made the decision to pull back and peel instead of trying to go counter dive the supports. And that worked out for Hypnos. That was the one time I saw Chase die. I don't remember Kai dying. I don't even remember how that happened. All right. Let's see. All right. Vestola coming back in. Keo is staying in for Hypnos. We did get New Queen Street was banned out. Oops. Here from Ence heading into push. Colosseo will be the pick from Hypnos to try to see if they can get something done here. Kind of find a little mojo against Ence. Not easy to do. Everybody in the squad is just so good. All right, let's get into map 3. We did get a side swap, didn't we? Make a change that for you. All right, sticking. We're gonna get the Brigana. Ooh, Keo pulling out the Sojourn. Okay, Sojourn got an interesting change. Also on a fuel skin. Love it. With the Emerald gun, I love that. Looks good. But Sojourn got the interesting change of building railgun charge off of headshots. See that extra little 10 that we're seeing pop up. So I think it kind of changes the play style of Sojourn a little bit. You're not so much just shoot the tank. Also had their spread reduced on their primary fire as well, so it's a little bit more accurate. But, yep, Kevster's able to move in, find both supports on the other side. God, just look how aggressive his position came in. I'm guessing through Mega underneath. Right onto MCD impression. And this gives quite the ult advantage over to Sky as well once again. We saw this play a big factor back on Lee Shock. Kevster's up here to touch the spawn door. That's a bio nade in, looking for another kill on NCD, and that will succeed. Beautifully done. Perfectly drawn out game plan out of Ence. As Kevster follows up with a bio nade, and it's a brilliant 1-2 punch. This is going to be the checkpoint picked up. I don't know that SkyTour anybody's going to make it back here to stop this. And I think part of the reason that Captain Crash has to play this Brig is not able to play the Lucio here. Vestola pushes the pulse into Keo. The stick lands and Vestola gets the boop to push the pulse into Keo. That was ridiculous. God, that was cool. My jaw's on the floor. Whoop! Oh, you just gave away Sky's position there, Kev. Nano boost thrown onto Vestola as they're gonna push in, try to finish off this series in record time. Nobody's even pushing bot, by the way. That's a sleep from Sky. Where did Sky hit that sleep from? Downtown. Not a single pick from Hypnos thus far. This has really been unreal kind of dominance. And just the synergy from this squad. Okay, Keo. Sleep lands, but Crash goes down. Nano boost is thrown into the overclock, and Keo tries to see if they can pull Hypnos up by their bootstraps. The bio from MCD landed onto Vestola, but they're still able to not only get the kill on MCD, but to Keo as well. Sky does fall, I believe the first death here from Ence. But there's Kevster to continue to clean up. Rally out from Captain Crash, a last-ditch effort. I think he even took some damage from the remake before Kevster is there for the final blow. MCD stolen on cart with the Venture. SkyTour back on the Doomfist. Now Delusion tapping in onto the point. Has to use recall, can't get it done. There was a second kill. Keo and SkyTour out of the fight. And that is going to be the series. That's a very one-sided Coliseo. GG's all around.
Play of the game.
We saw some real fight out of Hypnos, you know, when we're in the brawl, and we're playing in the Reaper May. But as soon as we go into the diva compositions, that was just so one-sided. Ents have such a mastery over these diva compositions, particularly when you're able to get Sky onto the Ana. So now we're seeing the Ana kind of more in the meta here with the Lucio. But that was dominant. That was quite the start here for Ents in their doubleheader today. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Well, GG's all around. Yeah, let's look at some stats there from round 3. I think it was 2 picks, 2 deaths in total. Yep, Sky Ripper went down once. Kevster went down once. As we pull up stats here from Coliseo. And that wasn't until the very, very, very end.